Is it healthy to eat and cook with spices? Won't spicy food burn me inside out? And does it help with losing weight? This is like one of the most common questions that I get asked. But first thing first, if weight loss is on your mind, then using spices as the easy way out is the worst way to do it. Hi, my name is Srikant Singh and welcome to our channel Happy Belly Fish, and I'm here to demystify the world of spices for you or lead you into this rabbit hole. So let's get started with the most basic question first. Is it healthy to actually eat and cook with spices? Simple short answer would be yes. Who wouldn't like tasty food? Who wouldn't like food to be having more flavor, more aroma, a great color to it, right? Spices actually help you with that. That's what is the most basic thing that a spice does. So if you're tired of taking supplements, a lot of people do in the form of tablets, then you can use spices. So apart from this myth that spices can only just flavor a food or just color it, spices are also actually a very good natural source of essential minerals, vitamins and fatty acids. I will give you some examples later, but let me tell this to you first. Think for a moment, wouldn't you like if eating is a wholesome experience for you each time you actually have your meal? Wouldn't you love it if your food smells great, has great flavor and has a beautiful appearance so that you actually have an appetite to eat it? And this should be every single day of your life. Wouldn't you love it? One of the reasons why people don't enjoy their home cooked meal is this lack of variety. They get bored of it. And spices can help you get this variety with the same food that you are actually normally eating. Having this variety also becomes a part of mindful eating. You don't have to escape Earth and go away to Mars just to have some excitement in your life. You can just add some spices to your food and this will actually improve the quality of life greatly. There are more than 100 spices that are produced globally. So yeah, when we say spices, it just doesn't mean chili and pepper and that you'll be breathing fire like a dragon when you have eaten them. So you must be wondering now, wow, 100 spices, where do I even start? You can start with downloading the free spice guide, and the link to that guide is in the description of this video. You will find it below. Now let's talk about the fear. Can spicy food give you heartburn or digestive problems? And I will say that this is actually a very valid question. It does. Think like this: is loud music good for you? Maybe sometimes, but nobody wants to be in a disco all the time. It's very tiring and it actually takes away all the fun. And soon, loud won't be loud enough. And if you keep listening to this loud music all the time, it can actually even damage your eardrums. So if you eat food that is loaded with too many spices, it might aggravate your pre-existing digestive issues that you have, or it might even create new ones. If someone has a very sensitive stomach, or if someone has just started indulging in spices or has switched to spicy food from very bland food, then yes, it might definitely create some issues. The best way to begin is to find your spice and herb, the one that you love, the one that makes your food appetizing, and the one that makes eating an enjoyable experience for you. You here is very important, more important than the spice itself. But if you are having certain medical conditions, you might want to actually consult an Ayurvedic doctor because you want to eat flavorful food, but you're afraid that it might aggravate certain conditions that you already have. Then yes, definitely go to an Ayurvedic doctor and he will understand what kind of body type you have and he'll help you know what kind of spices will suit you and what kind of spices you should completely avoid. Just like how we match our clothes according to our personality and our body type, we must also match spices and food to ourselves. It's the same thing, just like how we have a perfect partner or a perfect video game, a perfect movie, perfect tie for an occasion. There is also a perfect spice that just cuts right for you. There's a lot of confusion when it comes to using spices. Which one is what? and how do I even begin using them? There are so many of them, where do I even start? And do I have to cook at all with them? Can't I just use them as it is, like really simplify it? I will share some of these tips at the end of this video. To avoid this confusion, I run an 8-week spice challenge where you will learn how to use them easily, how to make your own seasonings, and how to make spices a part of your daily diet. You will find a link to this challenge in the description of this video below. There won't be any talk of pepper spray and using chili powder for self-defense in hostile situations. You can do that, but we won't be discussing those things here. No martial arts, just spices as food. Now let's get back to the first question. Is it healthy to eat and cook with spices? Let me give you a few examples of the benefits of some of the most common spices. These spices you must be already knowing. Black pepper, the most commonly known spice around the world. Everybody knows it, every country uses it. It is known for improving your metabolism and digestion. Also, a pinch of black pepper can significantly improve the absorption of curcumin from turmeric. So remember to add a pinch of black pepper in your turmeric latte the next time you're having it. Cumin, once again, is a very commonly known spice used globally. It is also a spice that actually helps with digestion, insomnia, and improves your immunity and respiration. Add some roasted ground cumin as a seasoning to your salad. That's the simplest way I can think of. Cloves. This is a spice that is magical. It has antibacterial, antifungal, and antiseptic properties. It is a rich source of omega-3 fatty acids and other minerals. Its oil can be used to treat both mild toothache and stomachache. And apparently it also helps in sleep disorders. Now, the dreaded one, chili peppers. This spice actually helps in lowering blood pressure and helps you in relieving all kinds of congestion. Nasal congestion, if you kind of think about having spicy soup when you have congested nose, it will help you. But again, this is a spice that not everybody likes. It isn't a spice for everyone. So now you might be wondering, is there something that I can do to have spice in a much simpler way in my everyday life? Of course. Here are the 3 easy peasy tips that I would like to share with you. And if you have liked the video so far, then please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Tip number 1, grate a nutmeg over your latte or tea, and it will help you with your anxiety and stress. You can do this. You can actually buy this small grater and keep a nutmeg with you. You can even, like if you're really bold, you can actually have it like a pendant on your chain and just grate it everywhere you go. In the cafe, order a coffee, grate some nutmeg on it, and yes, you can use it in a very simple way. Tip number 2, chew a green cardamom or fennel after every meal. This will not only freshen up your breath, but it will also improve your digestion. If you're going on a date and you don't know what to start with, like how do I break this ice, this conversation, how do I get it started, then yeah, just chew a cardamom and the other person might be asking like, hey, tell me, why do you have such a fresh breath? But seriously, don't take my relationship advice too seriously here. Tip number 3, use seasonings to make your boring bland food taste great and more appetizing and interesting. Now, making spices as a part of your daily life is beneficial. I've told you about the benefits each of these commonly known spices have. Almost every spice that there is, they all have certain benefits to them. And some of these biggest fears that we have about the spices, they all come from lack of knowledge. You don't have to know all about spices in one day. You don't even have to love all the spices. You can just have like certain types of spices that you want to keep at home, those that you love. And this is the beauty of knowing. When you know about spices, you know the individual taste and flavor that it brings. You can use them to make your own spice blends and make those blends that you love, that suits your taste. All right. I hope that I have answered some of your most basic questions, and if you have some more questions, you can always write to us. Leave your comments and let me know what are your most favorite spices and what do you struggle with when it comes to spices. Also, once more, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to download your free spice guide. Thank you.